Ashley Lachlan here, and today I want to teach you my 8 tips for taking better photos of your kids or yourself or of anyone else if they ask you to take their photo. So I feel like this quarantine is a great time for us to learn a new skill or enhance our skills or to level up in some way. I personally am trying to learn how to French braid. Last night I watched a bunch of tutorials. I spent an hour trying to French braid London's hair, and it didn't work out so well. But I'm like, we have weeks, maybe months of this quarantine, so hopefully by the end, I will know how to French braid. So I'd love to know what goal you are going to set for yourself, what skill you are going to learn or enhance during this quarantine time. But let's dive into these photo taking tips. Number 1 is wipe your lens off. Wipe the lens on your phone. If you have kids, your phone and your camera lens is probably really dirty and sticky if they've been playing with your phone, or you are trying to get them snacks and then touch your phone, or you're cooking and then touching your phone. It's probably really dirty. And I can always tell when somebody posts a photo and they haven't wiped off their lens because it's very kind of hazy and cloudy. So anytime I go to take a photo, I quickly wipe the lens off on my shirt and then I take it. And anytime I'm out, well, not in the quarantine, so pre-quarantine life, pre-quarantine days, if somebody would ask me to take their photo, I would wipe their camera lens off on my shirt before I took it. And maybe that's how coronavirus got spread. But okay, no more doing that. I don't think I'll ever do that again, wipe off someone else's phone on my shirt. I don't know, maybe in a year or so. But I was telling Sean, I'm probably not going to leave my house for the rest of 2020. Even when they say, all right, the quarantine has been lifted, you can leave your house, I'm going to be like, no, I'm going to stay here. Because I know if I go out, I'm still going to be like, danger, 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 danger to all of the other humans. Like, stay away. So anyway, I digress. Wipe off the lens. Number 2, if you are trying to get photos of your kids. Hold on, my daughter is here and she's being really loud. London, you having fun? Bribe them. It is really hard to get great photos of kids if you don't give them an incentive. So anytime I need a really great photo, I bribe my kids. I'm not gonna lie to you and sugarcoat it. That's what I do. And sometimes I have to bribe my husband too to get in the photo or to take the photo. So let's just be real. Number 3, use natural light. I always turn off my overhead lights because they cast shadows, and depending on the luminance that you have, they could make your photos look really yellow. So I turn off my overhead lighting and I open all my blinds, all my windows, all my doors to bring in as much natural light as possible. Natural light is key. Number 4 is face that light source. You want your face to be facing the light. You do not want light to be coming in behind you because it will cast this kind of halo glow around you, but it will make your face very shadowed. So if your kids are trying to take a picture of your kid and the light is coming in behind them, you won't be able to see their face. So always turn your face to the light source. With that being said, you don't want it to be direct, harsh sunlight on your face because 1, that's going to cast really harsh shadows. And 2, it's gonna make you kind of look orange, give you this really glow, light up things you don't really want lit up, wrinkles, blemishes, all that kind of stuff. So you wanna look for soft, natural light. So think about when the sun isn't at its peak, isn't shining directly on you. So I have a window here in my office. I always take my photos right there. You'll notice I take a lot of pictures of my kids over here because the light is shining on them. So anyway, face the light source. Number 5 is take a million photos. Nothing irritates me more than when I ask somebody to take a photo of me and my family and they take 1 photo. It's like, hello, we have 4 people here. The chances of us all looking and having our eyes open and smiling in 1 shot, I don't know who you think we are. We need at least 97. So take a million photos. You can also use you can select from the live photo select the best frame in that shot. So if you have an iPhone, hit edit on the photo and then look for the little circle, that's little dotted circle, and click on that, and you will be able to slide through that one picture and find the best frame, the best shot, and select that. Android, it's very similar. I think you have to like scroll down, hit edit on your photo, and then it's like shots within this shot. And then you can, my husband has an Android and I looked at his phone before I did this video. And then again, you can slide that bar to find the best frame in that photo. You can do burst mode, hold your finger down on that shutter button and it will take 1,000,000 photos, and then you can go through those burst images to find the best one. So every time I take a photo of my kids, I take at least 100 photos to get one semi-decent photo. So if you are worried about storage on your phone, I do recommend upgrading your iCloud or your Google Drive photos, or we use Amazon Photos, so we subscribe to the Amazon Photo service. And so my phone and my husband's phone are both linked to our Amazon Photo account. Anytime we take a photo, it is automatically uploaded to the Amazon cloud. And so it's all in there. We can go in there, we can make albums, we can print photos, we can do all of that stuff. And so that's where we have all of our photos saved. I personally also keep all my photos on my phone. I have such attachment issues, even with deleting the photos that suck, right? The failures. I currently, if I don't have 30,000 photos on my phone at a given time, it's like something's wrong. It's like my photos got deleted. So I'd love to know how many photos are on your camera roll right now. Let's see, let's have a little competition. Who has the most? Look at your camera roll and drop in the comments below. Let me know how many photos you have there. I would love to know that. So anyway, take 1,000,000. Number 6 is know when to use portrait mode. Portrait mode is great to create that professional look. However, portrait mode only works well in well-lit situations and when the subject is very still. So I can rarely use portrait mode with my kids because they're always like flailing and moving, and with portrait mode, there's a delay. When you click the shutter, there's a slight delay, so by the time it actually snaps the shot, my kid has moved and the photo's blurry. So it's really hard for me to use portrait mode unless I'm using it on, myself. If I have my husband take my photo, then we'll use portrait mode. But for the kids, I rarely use it. Also, you have to have a lot of natural light, otherwise it comes out really grainy. Do you hear London? I just keep feeling like I'm screaming. I'm talking louder and louder to drown her out. Number 7 is use the self timer. So there is a self timer on your phone, and I will set my phone across the room and then run, especially if I'm trying to get a photo of my family or my kids. I'll set the self timer, run back, and we'll take the photo. I did buy a Bluetooth remote off Amazon. I can link one for you guys. So I will use that. Sometimes I'll stand across the room and I'll just click it. I'll hide my hand behind my back and I'll be clicking the remote, and it clicks, 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 and takes the photos. But if you don't want to deal with that, and I will be honest with you, my Bluetooth remote is always dead, or the kids get a hold of it and I can't find it. So it's not really that worth it. I feel like the self timer is really all you need. You can set it for 3 seconds or 10 seconds, run, take that photo. And then lastly, number 8 is know when to use the front camera versus the back camera. The front camera is clearly more convenient if you're trying to take a selfie. You can just hold it, but it is not as good quality as the back camera. I mean, it's a night and day difference. So if you were trying to take just a quick selfie, it's not a big deal. Okay, great, use the front camera. Set your phone across the room, you can set the timer, you can see what you look like. But if you need a really great quality photo, then use the back camera. It is so much clearer, so much crisper. And you can set your phone up across the room. Again, you can hit the set timer, or you can, use the Bluetooth remote. You kind of have to frame it. I can also link a tripod that you can use. That's really cheap off Amazon. So you can set your phone in the tripod, set it across the room. You can get behind the phone to make sure everybody's in the frame, and then run into the shot with your family or with your kids. So that's great if you are trying to take like a family photo. But if you just want a quick selfie, use the front camera. But I do want you to realize there's a huge difference between the front camera and the back camera. Back camera is where it's at, so much better quality. So that's all I have for you, my 8 tips for you to take better photos of your kids or yourself or other people. So to quickly recap, wipe off the lens, bribe your subjects, use natural light, face the light source, take 1,000,000 photos, know when to use portrait mode, use the self timer, and know the difference between the front and the back camera and when to use it. So I hope that helped. If you guys have any other tips or if you have any questions, comment below and let me know. But I'll see you guys soon. Bye.